Welcome viewers, we have Mr. Mukul Shastry with us. First of all, Mr. Shastry, welcome to Business World.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Yeah, so tell us about the experience that you had in the panel. What are the key takeaways that you'd like to say?
First of all, I must thank BW Business World. It was a wonderful panel discussion, wonderful conclave, enjoying my day thoroughly. So the main key takeaway was that how the role of GC is changing nowadays. Now GCs and as most of the panel members, they all were now part of the board of directors. They are the main key decision makers, unlike a decade or 2 decades back when GCs were mostly a reactive role. But now their role has become more proactive. Now they are taking a lot of part in the business decision making per se. And that's where it's very heartening to understand from others' experience that how the rules are changing in their companies also. And in Cube Highways also, GC is one of the most important key decision maker, and all the decisions have to be alongside with the GC's consent. So that is where the rules have changed over the times.
So if you have to outline the key aspects that you consider while making your decision, what are those, and if you can tell our viewers about that?
Sure. As I said in the panel also, that now the GCs, their function is twofold. They are business partners and at the same time they are conscience keepers. So they have to ensure that the work is done in the right regulatory framework, but then they have to facilitate the business. And as you asked that how we do things here, so as I said in the panel also, we divide the entire business decision acts into 3 buckets: the complete no-go areas, the complete go areas, and the grey areas. Grey areas are such whereby we are clear that yes, this can be done, but still it is not backed up by precedents. We do not know how it has happened in the past, whether Supreme Court judgments are there, whether the rules are appropriate, but then based on our opinion, based on our understanding of the regulatory framework, we think that we can go ahead with this and we can take business calls. So our decision making is based on these 3 buckets. Those areas where no-go areas are completely excluded, those areas in which we will take some business calls are then aligned, and those areas that are completely go areas are completely go to go. In that sense, then the business take a decision that, okay, this is what I'm going to go about it. And if these things, they do not come off well, there's a business risk I'm taking. So this is how the entire approach to the business decision making is done.
Okay. So if we compare the precedents, as you have said, or the other regulations, international regulations and India. So if there is a company which is international in nature, which kind of, how do you come to a common ground? Which standard should you apply in that case? How do you take that?
Wonderful question. So what happens is sometimes based on what organization you are in. Like I have very varied journey. I started as a litigating lawyer, went into academics, then was with RBI as legal counsel, then came into private sector as in GC. And GC also initially I was part of RPJ Group, Adani Group, Wellspun Group, and now with a Singapore-based company, a private equity platform. So the decision making also changes based on what kind of risk appetite the company or the organization has. And as you rightly said, that now suppose like today, we are a Singapore-based company. We have investors, marquee investors who have very high standards, or very different set of standards they come out with. So how to amalgamate those standards into Indian reality? That is a challenge. But then on that basis, we ourselves devise those frameworks which are best in the world, but then which suits to Indian reality. And that's how we have devised our own set of standard and regulatory framework, and we work onto those.
Okay. So if you have to convey to our viewers the kind of things and the takeaways from your life journey, your inspirations that you had, whom you look forward to, in terms of your professional goals, if you can say on.
For sure. So I will say that there are 3 things or 3 aspects to the entire GC thing. First of all, long back, a decade, 2 decades back, when I started my career in 2000s, at the time, GC, the concept was not that much, and that was even said in the panel that by even Justice Sikri, that in 1999 when he became judge, he was not even aware that there's a concept called GC in companies, and therefore lots have changed. So if I had to talk about my life journey and my takeaways, I will say 3 things. First is the role of GC is evolving now, and now it has become, now we are at the inflection point. The GCs are one of the most critical players. People know about CEOs, people know about CFOs, but they do not know GCs about the GC role even yet. And now I'm saying that in coming 2-3 years, we will see GCs playing a very important role in companies' decision making. So first of all, you have to embrace yourself, not only knowing about law, but also the business environment, the business realities of the industry where you are wanting to go into. That's the first thing. Second thing is technology, like AI. AI is going to change the game completely. In next 2-3 years, you will see that legal mundane things will not be done by humans. It will always be done by technology. So embrace it. Understand that what this technology is all about and how it is going to impact your business or your career. And on that basis, amalgamate, embrace yourself to learn and involve, to intertwine using the AI along with your own expertise in sphere. So that's the second most important thing. And third and foremost thing is now the time has come when the GCs are going to move to even the P&L responsibilities. So we again embrace yourself not only by the law but also the business, the P&L aspect of it, because the time has come when the GCs will now be shifted up, will be up the ladder and taking on the role of CEOs and other P&L responsibilities. So these three things which I feel are the key takeaways for my life journey.
Okay. So, comment, as you rightly mentioned, that AI as an enabler. In that context, if you have to outline some of the things that can be apprehensive for the people coming ahead, can they be replaced, or in case the AI is being leveraged, how it can be? If you can comment.
Again, a very, very interesting question, and this is very pertinent. Now, there's a lot of fear, at least among the junior lawyers, that what will happen to us if AI is going to take over things? What if the robots are there? But then this is what the human nature is. We have to keep on evolving. Like I always give this example, long back when calculator was invented, many of the accountants, they felt that now calculator is there, which is just doing calculation, that too accurately in just seconds. What is our rule? What will we do? But then they have evolved, and they have evolved to a higher caliber. Same thing will happen. AI will be there, and you have to evolve yourself better and better. So you have to think about more strategic perspectives. So AI is definitely going to be there, but as a human lawyers, we have to evolve ourselves more, and that is why that strategic aspect, that eye to those details, is more important than just the mundane work of researching things or knowing the law. It is more about applying the law in the right circumstance.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Shastry, for talking to us.
It was my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you.